We're here. We technically started about 5 minutes ago because we're live streaming, but that's okay because we are pressed for time and we want to make every minute count. I'm your host, Benny Rose. For those that are listening in after the recording, welcome. We hope you're having an awesome week so far. We are in a world post-release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep.
Never thought I'd see the day where I would be alive to see a game initially get announced and be very disinterested and then have a trailer change my life. It changed my perspective. I think Tyler's with me on that. My co-host as always, right?
Yep,
We talked about this
absolutely.
the other day.
We did. We had a whole show, a pre-Zelda show. This is now the post-Zelda show. So we will have some spoilers, but probably not very many. So I think this is safe to call this a spoiler-free episode. If we come to a spoiler-ish bit, like we may spoil the opening hour. So if you don't want the opening hour spoiled, maybe don't watch. But past that, I don't think anything we talk about will be a spoiler. I don't think I've made it far enough to spoil anything for anybody.
Probably same.
Dude, I had to go to Walmart today. My Amazon order of my normal Zoas is late and I ran out. So I had to go to Walmart and buy a flavor that I don't like in a smaller can. And it makes me so sad.
I know you seem to have Zoa as your drink of choice every show.
Every show. I make it a point.
We're not endorsed, but if you're listening, Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne.
Dwayne. I haven't tried it, so I might want to try it, I'm guessing, right?
You should. Yeah, the tropical punch is good shit.
So what is it again? It's an energy drink?
It's a healthy energy drink. It doesn't have all the shit that you have in like Monster and Rockstar and all that. It's almost no calories. It's 10 calories a can. All the caffeine is from green coffee and green tea. And it's got like branched chain amino acids and good recovery stuff for like post-workout.
Which I don't do, but maybe I should. Lord knows I need to.
Work out, drink a Zoa when you're done. But no, it's just the only energy drink that I feel gives me like clean energy. And I don't feel all nasty. And there's no crash because there's no sugar. So I can drink it. I can feel okay about myself. It's probably giving me brain cancer. I don't fucking know. But, all those energy drinks are so bad. Think about it. Think of how people smoke cigarettes for so long. And it was like, yeah, cigarettes are good for you. And then it was like, oh, yeah, no, everybody's dying. So I'm sure with all the research that comes out about energy drinks and caffeine consumption and the overindulgence in vitamins and all that shit, they're going to come out and be like, yeah, no, you're going to die. But until then, I'm going to be energized.
Well, it's almost like when you think about I guess we'll eventually maybe have a word for it. It'll be like the purge of Red Bull. All the people that drink Red Bull start seeing those after effects. And I mean, I can't see taurine being good long term, but
nope.
I guess we'll see.
But yeah, this doesn't have any of that shit. It's got branched chain amino acids. It's got the caffeine, B and C vitamins, electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, but none of the ginseng, taurine, none of that shit. It's got camu extract. Don't know what that is.
Do you say camel extract?
Yes, camels. No, camu.
I was going to say like camel piss. We're getting camel piss up in there.
Boop.
That'd be kind of weird. All right. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they throw in shit you don't know and you assume it's healthy. Just saying.
Yeah.
Devil's advocate.
Dwayne said it was healthy. Okay. And have you ever seen that man? That's a healthy man.
I've seen Black Adam.
I have not. Still.
Probably for the better.
Yeah. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Damn it. We're here to talk about Zelda.
Damn right. All right. So let's refresh anybody that hasn't watched. And what was your initial thoughts of the game? And then how did it change? And why did it change?
So I probably wasn't going to play it. Or at least definitely wasn't going to play it at launch. Breath of the Wild is still one of my more disappointing experiences. Excuse me. As a lifelong Zelda fan, Breath of the Wild was not a Zelda game to me. It just felt it was a weak installment. I did not enjoy it. I started it and stopped it a dozen times, half a dozen times. I don't know. I'm not being hyperbolic. I don't know how many times I tried to play that game. And I just felt let down and disappointed. And I felt like Tears of the Kingdom was probably going to be more of the same. I was irritated they were doing a sequel to the worst mainline Zelda game, in my opinion. And then watched that trailer with you, and I was like, oh shit. Okay. And now I will say, after 15 hours, maybe 20 hours in Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild feels like a tech demo. Breath of the Wild was proof of concept for the real Zelda game that they were going to make, which was, or is, Tears of the Kingdom.
Interesting. That's a very interesting perspective.
Yeah.
And 15 hours already.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm anywhere near that yet. But
And I haven't done any of the story. I did the tutorial, and I unlocked my first tower, and the game's like, all right, just like Breath of the Wild, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Go hit those 4 places. And I was like, all right, cool. I will do none of that. And I've just been running around finding armor and doing shrines and finding little fucking Koroks and learning how to build shit and
so
unlocking
would
the
you say
map.
you're still up top, or have you progressed to this point? Obviously, minor spoilers, but there are different aspects which has been shown in the trailer at this point.
Yeah.
So are you in the sky still, or have
Oh,
you?
no.
Okay, you've made it to Hyrule at this point.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
did.
okay.
So the sky area initially is just a tutorial, basically. You go
Right.
through that. That's the tutorial region.
But I feel like you could spend a lot of time up there. And, again, I think that there's even more once you kind of open the world a bit. But I feel like
You
there's a
can
hefty amount of stuff up top in that tutorial
There's a good
area.
bit. I spent, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours doing the tutorial area and exploring as much as I could, and then plummeted off and started the stuff down on the ground and progressed to the point where it's like, all right, yeah, go hit these 4 places. And that's when I was like, okay, I have now opened the game. I am going to go explore.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, I would have to say a lot of the stuff early on is a bit challenging without having your lucky paraglider. Would you agree?
Yes.
Because obviously you're dealing with a lot of traversal mechanics with a Link that, in the past has never jumped before, but now we have a jump mechanic, even though it's very lackluster. Works better when you're on horseback.
Yes.
For some reason, he can jump a lot better when he's jumping off of something versus just, on flat
Off the
ground.
Yeah, you get your hang glider almost right away once you get through the tutorial.
Well, I didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Once you get down to
yeah.
Hyrule, it's very fast. You get your paraglider again.
Yeah. Well, I think the challenge with it is, for better or worse, you can miss it. If you decide to go exploring before
Yeah.
doing any of the stuff on ground. So that was where, like I said, I didn't go right to the mission because I was just like, oh, let me check, started exploring, and I kind of did something. I don't know if I did it too early, but I remember in the trailer where you could do the rewind, and I did it on a rock, and the rock took me up, but it took me to a point where it peaked and it couldn't go any higher. And there's no islands nearby.
Nope. And you were
So
just
I don't know where the hell. Yeah.
stuck to fall to your death.
I had no. I'm like, do I jump right as I get to the bottom to try? Nope, dead.
Yep.
And then you get the big X on the map that says "Rest in peace."
Yes, exactly. The big X that says you died here. I love that. Have you jumped off of something absurdly high into a shallow pool of water and laughed at the fact that you can survive?
Well, in the tutorial area, there was a couple of spots where I kind of had no choice. I'm like,
well,
all
right. But it
So,
works
yeah.
outside of the scripted events too.
Yes,
And
of course, yeah. It
and you
just
can
is mind blowing.
yeah, jump into just this tiny pool of water. And Link's like, great, I survived.
It's like the haystacks in Assassin's
And
Creed. At
Assassin's
this point.
Creed, yeah.
Doesn't matter how high you are.
It's unbelievable.
I love that this guy's got the courage to just like get his body launched through these towers and just free wind. He's just chill. I was hoping at like that initial point when you finally unlock that option that you'd get the traditional
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't, because he
No.
kind of freaks out at first because you get like the repurposed mechanisms
Yeah.
from stuff we won't talk about for spoiler
Right.
sake. Um, it kind of gets grabbed, and I'm like, come on, give me the grunts, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doc
like
Ock
you didn't
comes
get
up
any of
out of the
that.
fucking tower, fucking with his tablet. Have you gone to a stable yet?
I did, and I what I did was I have a huge display of amiibo in my office, and the large majority of them are the Zelda ones. So I have every one that's been released.
Yeah.
I literally filled the Target bag because I play downstairs, brought them down yesterday, did one by one to kind of get all that stuff. Got so much of the stuff I didn't want because a lot of it's random. So you can get like armor, you can get some weapons, but then it's just like I got a lot of food. So that'll be good, I guess. But
Yeah.
I got Epona with one of them, which was cool. So then I brought Epona to the stable, and it says, "Oh, you want to rename?" It's like, "Oh, you can't rename Epona. It's the legendary horse." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So
Yeah,
yeah, I did
I
that
didn't know
portion.
that the amiibos even did anything like that. I don't have any
Yeah.
amiibos, but I just thought
Okay.
it was so cool that I went to the stable and it had my horse from the last game, and it was like, "Would you
So
like
I
to?"
have to check that because I was told that it reads your save, and I have a save from
Yeah,
the previous game, but
yeah. I got
I
my
have to check.
horse with and he was like my buddy. That was my favorite part about Breath of the Wild was my damn horse. And I had no idea that was going to happen. I just went to the stable like, "Hey, I need to do this so I can go catch a horse." And it was like, "We have your horse registered." I was like, "That's so
So I'm
cool."
wondering if maybe I didn't register a horse ever in the past. It's possible, I guess, right? You could not register them
It would have been really hard to play through without registering a horse because you would
because
just have to catch a horse every time you want one.
which I don't remember if I did. I don't think so because when I went in and registered opponent, it said it was my first horse, and I only have one switch. I never had a second switch, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure that out for the future.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, you feel that do you feel like the mechanics are what kind of made the game experience better for you?
Yeah. I mean,
Since we still have your favorite weapon degradation that's still there.
okay, you do, but being able to attach stuff to your weapons and make them more effective and and they are so much more generous with giving you the weapons now. Like everything drops everything. You have so many options. So I can have a full inventory and also constantly engage in combat. So it really, I mean, it's still not great. I don't love it, but I don't hate it this time around because of how they've tweaked it to make it more friendly and less
Right.
frustrating. I feel like the
And the fusion
mechanics,
helps too, would you
yes,
say?
being able to fuse. Oh, that's 100% being able to add stuff to them and make them more durable and do more damage and just more effective. Like instead of just, "Hey, I have 16 tree branches." Now it's like, "Hey, yeah, I have branches with giant sticks on or giant stones on them, and I can beat you to death with them."
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I like have you combined like two of the same weapon? I do
No,
that sometimes.
no, I
So like
haven't.
I found like some the bogoblins, I found like the skeleton ones, and
Yeah,
like you can get their hand as a weapon, which
right.
has 20 damage. I combine two of them, so it just makes one big long ass one. So
That's
like it's
awesome.
cool and that stuff. I mean, I've seen some absurd things out there in the world of social media. I'm sure you've seen the boner, the
Yes,
flaming boner that everybody's talking about.
yes. Have you seen the crazy Korok torturing people?
You're talking about no torturing people or the people torturing the Korok, like the
The people
crucifixion.
torturing the Koroks. Yeah.
Well, I've seen the crucifixion, which is not nice.
Have you seen the
And
triple or the quadruple crucifixion? Just a
no,
line of crosses with Koroks stuck to them all, and he burns them all. He sets them all on fire.
oh my god, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
I'll send it to you. I have a
I don't
thread.
want to see that.
I have a
I,
Korok
I've
execution
seen the
thread.
cooking. I've seen people put them on the skewers and spin them and cooking.
This guy made a tower and he put like 80 Koroks all over the tower and has two big lines of flame and he roasts like 80 of them at a time.
Oh my god, people need help.
There was a Korok firing squad. He had them all lined up in a row and then sets off these cannons and flies away and it just blasts them.
And I'm over here ready to talk about the extremely long bridges that people make just to
Yeah.
kind of get somewhere. and people are a bit out of. I mean, that's the challenge when you make a game that is as creatively open
I love it.
as
I love
this.
every shrine I've done. I think 20 or 25 shrines now. And I don't think I've done a single one the right way. Like, I don't know if I'm doing them the way they're, because it seems like there are unlimited options for completing the shrines. They give you so many tools and so many creative things that you can do and be like, hey, that is definitely not what they wanted me to do, but I did it and it worked. And it feels so good. It's so cool.
Very rewarding. I mean, I like that I see on social media somebody be like, "Oh, I got through this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't do that. I did it completely different way."
Completely differently. Yep.
And some of them I've gotten through like the skin of my teeth.
Yes.
I'm sure you know about the part that everybody, I think, in the beginning with the two rails and one side's broken, and like there's like everybody's like, "All right, we're gonna make a long train," and then hope. Like, did you do it with a long train or did you do something different?
No, single use running along one side, basically.
Okay. Like the hook? Did you do the hook?
Yeah.
Like under it, right? Yeah, that's what I did. I originally was doing the train and I'm like, I'm not getting very far with this.
Yeah.
We kept doing it and then it would just fall right at the end.
Yeah.
But it's very clever, man. And for me, I was sold obviously with the trailer, but the aha, like I remind myself I'm a fan moment is that beginning intro, like that exploration point, that story concept. Like we haven't really had much of that. I feel like we got it in Breath of the Wild, but it's on another level. And the fact that we have Ganon again, which is obvious at this point,
Right.
that whole scene, that, as cliche as it is, because you always have a game that has a sequel that you're OP and it's all taken away, like every God of War,
Right.
there's got to be a reason, right? But just the fact of how dark it was
Yeah.
for Nintendo, and the fact that like you just have Link pretty much lose his arm,
Yeah.
for lack of better explanation. Like it was just gut wrenching, and I was just in complete awe in that moment, and I just loved being a Zelda fan at that point.
Yeah.
Like playing the game, I'm playing it and I'm in it the way I feel like I was with Breath of the Wild, but it's anytime a story part comes up, I'm just like, oh, this is so good. Such an amazing experience. And I can't wait to, get more of that. I know that, you could do so much up until that point. But the one thing I feel like the shrines were always a chore in the past.
Yeah.
And I feel like now,
they're fun.
You have no choice too, because you're not going to really evolve the character at this point, health and stamina wise, otherwise.
Right.
So,
and yeah, this time around, I'm fine with it. I hated the shrines in Breath of the Wild. They were so boring. Your abilities were stupid. I did not like the abilities in Breath of the Wild. These ones feel completely at home in a Zelda game. Like it's so cool. It's so neat. All the stuff that you can do.
And I love that they're creative. Each one of them gives you that open door of like,
hi, cat.
Figure it out. I just realized. Say hi, Milo. He was already meowing. But yeah, I love
the shit out of me. It's like a jump scare. Fucking cat jumped up on the keyboard. I was like, god damn.
Yeah, you're scaring me too, bud. All right, stay down there, please. Don't come over here. He's literally going to jump on the other keyboards and just make chaos for all of us.
Yep.
But again, this is our lives, right? If it's not the children, it's the animals.
It's the animals. Yeah.
But yeah, like the one thing that was frustrating me at first was I'm like, I feel like I've been playing for a really long time and I still have 3 hearts. Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. And then I realized that, you get that 4th one with some progression, and I'm like, I gotta find all these shrines now. So like it still feels like a chore to me because of the traversing side of things.
A little bit, but it's definitely better. And I don't feel like I have to dump everything into stamina. So like Breath of the Wild, I didn't upgrade my hearts until the fucking end of the game. Like until I needed to go for the Master Sword, I did not upgrade my hearts. Everything went to
Right.
stamina because it was impossible to do anything without upgrading your stamina. This one, it feels like you are able to actually play the game with base stamina. It doesn't deplete nearly as quickly, it seems, and they've added a lot of stopping points with climbing spaces and in the water, the lily pads, so you don't have to cross massive gaps of water.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to play the game and play the game effectively without having to just dump into stamina. So I've been bouncing back and forth. I've been doing a heart and then a stamina, a heart, a stamina, a heart, a stamina.
Got it. Yeah, I haven't gotten, like I said, I haven't progressed anywhere near as much as you. Like I think I'm about to get my second or third available upgrade for that. But the one thing I feel like I'm gonna need it is when you're doing stuff in the sky. Because obviously you're getting launched straight up and you don't have as much trajectory to move forward in midair as you would like when you're gliding, you move, but your stamina depletes. Because
Yeah,
like I
and it's
wanna
slow though. It depletes very slowly when you're gliding.
I feel like it does, but it's not at least where I wanted to explore. I can't get where I want to get yet. Like
Yeah.
I want to go to Hyrule Castle. I'm sure you're not supposed to this early. I'm not necessarily looking to
You
fight
can
the
though.
boss, but I think I need a little more stamina because I get close enough, but then I start realizing that I'm not going to make it. Like
Yeah.
I end up, you know, at the search point versus getting up above where I need to.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I really hope to get more story stuff sooner than later because that's really what's keeping me engaged. The mechanics are great. I don't really care for building in most games. It's fun here.
Yeah,
Like I like the fuse, not the fuse, the hand, ultra
yeah.
hand.
I like it when I'm using it to complete a task, but short of that, like I'm not one of the people that's hanging out building a house or building a special cart to drive myself around. Excuse me,
So
Jesus.
so so I built the cart and I spent a lot of time and I put the fans on there and that shit didn't move and I was really pissed off.
Yep.
I'm like, this looks fine. The wheels are on the ground. They're above ground. They're on the. Why is it not moving? So then I went to like turn the thing off, and then I hit the freaking platform like an asshole, and I
Yep.
broke the whole thing. So I'm like, oh, that was a waste of time. Great.
Yep. Yeah, I use the building to complete the stuff, and outside of that, I usually do other
So
stuff.
you see all the. I think that was a clever deploy story sake too, like to have all those
The
spots being
construction
like
sites.
the restoration locations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like here's the president. I can't stand my own freaking sign, even though the president of the construction.
Right. Fucking goofy,
uh
man.
I mean my boy Beetle's back, so I'm good.
I like that you a lot
Yeah.
of the Koroks are double.
Yes, yes.
That's
You
nice.
gotta get them over there. It's funny.
Yes.
Like in
Those
the
poor
beginning,
little
just look.
bastards just screaming for help the whole time. They're crying and I'm carrying them like, no, I'm taking you to your friend. Shut the fuck up.
But you're not letting me choose.
Yeah. Jesus.
But yeah, I was happy to see Beetle. I mean, obviously we're gonna see most of the people we saw in the last game, but obviously Beetle goes way back at this point. So finding him again and getting the awesome music that is known for him was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm not that far enough to speak more, but we're gonna reduce the spoiler aspect. But did you get any of the pre-order bonuses from any of the locations, or you just picked it up at launch, right?
Oh yeah, no, I just picked it up.
Because there's a bunch.
I technically pre-ordered from Amazon, but
They don't have anything. I don't
I
believe.
don't think so.
Well, you're not into that stuff either way, too. I know you're not a tchotchke guy,
No.
but the wife had picked up the collectors for me from Target, so I got like the hip pouch that will never fit on my waist.
Nice.
So I'll just kind of keep that. I had ordered it from Walmart and they got the rare, like only 5,000 wall scrolls were made. So that's kind of cool. And the collectors is really, really large. I wasn't expecting it, you know. I'm not gonna open it most likely, but
Oh yeah, that's
and
cool.
it's heavy. pretty hefty. So cool to just say I have it.
Yeah. Well, it's got like what, the art book and a steel book and
Yeah, I don't know if Japan only, like somebody said it comes in a spoon. I don't know why I need a spoon,
a
but
spoon.
it might, yeah, like literally a gold spoon. Do you
Fucking
feel like
weird.
do you feel like we lost the opportunity for them to make the cartridge gold?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the collector's version she could have did that. But
That would have
again,
been cool.
I'm being petty. It's not
Yes.
necessary. And I'm reviewing the game for Gaming Age, full disclosure. So I'm working on that because we didn't get a code until launch, but we're thankful that we got the opportunity. So I'm getting through as much as I can. But again, physical, I'm liking to have a physical copy of stuff like this,
Yes.
especially anything Zelda related. So I technically have 3 copies of the same game now. I have a regular version, the digital, and I have this. And when you're a fan, you tend to
I get
go
it.
all in,
I just bought another copy of Elden Ring
Yeah, that's you.
because I'm gonna play it on PS5 now.
Oh, so we could play. I have it. I know we have to go into Demon Souls. That's the one that
We
we need to
do.
actually play.
We
If
do.
you want to play where I'm at, that'll be great. I got up to fighting that spider boss, and I got to that next area, and I had a good amount of souls, and then I got to like a lava area, and I lost it all, and I stopped playing the game.
Sounds about right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. So are you rotating through the hubs or did you just pick one and try to?
Just that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So the way the game works is basically you do area 1 of hub 1, then area 1 of hub 2, area 1 of hub 3, area 1 of hub 4, and you just rotate, and then you do area 2, area 2, area 2, area 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. So
Really?
it gets progressively harder as you go out. Yep.
So
if you
if
just pick one and try to push your way through, you're just gonna get fucked.
So let me ask you, because again, that's the game that I've always been lackluster on. I know we're segueing here, ladies and gentlemen, but again, I think we've gotten through a chunk of Zelda at this point. Let's go for it.
I gotta let the dog out.
Yeah, go ahead. I know you can hear me. So
Yeah.
with the Demon Souls, as I mentioned, I played it PS3 initially, and then never went back until recent. So there's the 2 parts that I remember, which is like the blob boss, which is like past that first gate, and then after that there was like the big knight. Would you technically? I'm trying to understand if getting to that boss is that part 2 of the level, or is that still part 1?
Each boss ends a part. So the
So
phalanx is the end
I
of
did
part
both
1.
of those.
Yep. So you did part 1 and part 2 of that world.
Yeah. And then is the spider the first part of part 2? I don't remember. I'm guessing. Like the spider that's all over the ceiling.
No, yeah.
Because I don't remember if I fought anything before.
You're talking about the spider in the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annoying as hell. I beat that.
I think she's the first. It's been a while. I haven't played since Demon Souls launched again, but I'm pretty sure she's the first boss. And then Flame Lurker.
Yeah, I did. I got to the flame areas, but I didn't get to a boss because I died.
Yeah.
I fell in the flames like an asshole.
Yeah, Flame Lurker will push your shit in.
So then
But I feel like he's the third.
hub 3 then, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, do the next hub.
Okay. All right. So that maybe that'll give a resurgence in playing that game again, because it's been a long time. And I love the games as a whole, but it's funny how the first one has always fucked me.
If that's as far as you've gotten, you have so much game to play.
Yeah, that's
so
really
much.
And that's the furthest I've ever gotten.
All right.
Because I told you I couldn't get I got to the night on PS3, but like years later, like not the initial launch. As soon as the dragon started burning the bridge, I'm done. This is back at launch, and I never played it again.
Yep.
So,
yeah, we can play. We can start doing it at lunch when we're not doing a show. We'll do Demon Souls, and we can stream it.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
Cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to discuss today?
I don't think so, man. It's a nice short, casual day. Our first attempt at live streaming it.
Yeah, I have to agree. And we appreciate everybody that has been jumping in our impromptu live streams the past couple of weeks.
We
again,
will get a schedule. We are going to establish a real streaming schedule.
Yes.
We kind of wanted to get to affiliate first, though, which today we should be affiliates on Twitch. So remember to send us your free Amazon Prime subs.
Yay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we appreciated everything. So, well, we'll keep it short and sweet today. And we are working on having some guests coming on in the coming weeks. We have a very special guest lined up the end of this week for next Monday.
Very
which
excited.
is going to be a Twitch streamer. We won't speak about that yet. That'll be cool. And it's going to be all Resident Evil focused again, because we love Resident Evil. I think that we'll have some spoilers included in that. The game's been out long enough. So we're looking forward to that. But appreciate your time as always, everyone. Hope you have a safe week. Take care and have fun.